On today's Apes, Todd said we can always play stupid, and I'm just thinking, we're playing stupid?
Take your sticking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
What is the divine bomb?
Where are the good human is a dead human! Where there is fire, there is smoke.
The minute of the apes. The minute of the apes. The minute of the apes. The minute of the apes.
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time. I'm not stupid. Richard, are you stupid?
No.
Okay, well, fuck Sean. We don't know why he...
All right, I'll play stupid then.
You just play stupid alone. You know, the tease is fun, but there are those times when we all look at each other and we're like, who's got it? And since we've started this production now where I'm really pushing all the buttons, I kind of turned to the guys and said, hey, it's on you two. You two get to tease all the time. So we're going through. Sean is literally looking at the top of like a ceiling, like trying to rummage through it. And I look down at Richard. Oh, hell no. He's just on his phone. He's like, fuck it. I've already done so many. Sean can go for it.
Richard, shoveling food into his mouth as fast as he can.
I'm going on third breakfast now, guys. Third breakfast.
When Richard's not talking, he's eating. So just know that.
Oh.
Or chasing dogs in and out the house.
Ugh. I didn't, we talked a bit about dogs, but this morning I found out we made a little fire pit area out back that has some beach sand in it so it could evoke our trips to Cape Cod, and we love it. Frickin' Beagle decided to go out and dig in the sand. And now she is, she gets disciplined. Hey, this is not your area. Well, somebody that I'm married to doesn't always watch what happens when they go outside, and that's another trait of beagles is the digging. And it's just like, holy Christ, there's sand everywhere in the backyard.
Everywhere.
Uh-huh. And boy, she dug deep. I don't know what she was looking for, but she dug deep for it. Anyway, here we are. It is Thursday. We're up to minute 9. Sean, tell us what's going on with minute 9.
All right, we're going to start minute 9 with our gorilla on horseback, still riding. So much riding. And ends up with Ape School?
Ooh, Ape School. That sounds new and interesting.
Ape School.
Let's take a listen to minute 9 from Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
You're not going to make it, Jake.
Nah, we'll make it.
I'll show you how.
Thanks, Aldo.
You will call me by my proper rank. General!
Yes, General.
Don't put him in the corral. I won't be long.
Apes shall never kill apes. Apes shall.
As in minute 9, we have a village worth of apes and humans.
Wow, that was so short and abrupt. I didn't know that I should speak there, but...
That's all we got right now.
That is all we got. So what do we get in this minute? We get the information that this is General Aldo.
Right.
And that he has an extreme need to display his apiness.
His superiority to man.
Yes.
Which is finally doing, in the first time and out of the 5 movies, they're showing that the apes are stronger than humans.
This is where the phrase ape-like strength comes from.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Sean, because my very first note, and I usually try not to read my exact notes. I try to find a way to work them in, but I'm going to read verbatim. Aldo shows his superior strength. Subnote, something akin to what Sean has been asking for all along.
Yes, I mean, it's finally. They show why if these apes are actually intelligent, they will dominate man because they have the physical superiority to him.
And he has a bit of, and I'm going to make those people that don't want to hear politics or whatnot, they're going to groan, but he has a bit of a Trump type thing where it's I'm the best in the room, I'm the smartest, I'm the strongest. It's that kind of leader, that need to display. Now, he backs it up because, damn.
Right makes right.
He squats and puts that damn little wagon on his back and lifts it up so that the humans can put the wheel back on.
So, Richard, can you critique his physique when he's lifting up is he using his quads? Is he using his core? Is he using the back? I mean, would that be a CrossFit move or not?
That would not be a CrossFit move, but yeah, he does properly get under it and use, his full weight to kind of pick up with his lower back. And his back is in a decent position that he's actually able to do it. I mean, it's not akin to doing a leg press machine.
There you go.
But if you really wanted to know, he was simply supposed to lift the wagon with one hand.
Okay. Well, yeah. So they really
Aldo
want to
reins
show
in
how
his
the apes
horse,
are stronger. All right.
Stares at the straining man. He then dismounts and casually lifts the wagon with one hand, gesturing to Jake and the other men to replace the wheel. He holds the wagon up easily until they are done. His eyes glance from Jake to this unnamed person who we'll name later on. It's not named in this minute. Jake goes, "Thanks, Aldo." And he's supposed to say, "You've got the strength of a gorilla." And go, "Sorry."
What?
And go, "Sorry." And then Aldo's supposed to go, man is weak, and you will call me by my rank of general." So they just kind of cut some lines out there. Thank you, Aldo.
You've got the strength of a gorilla. Hey, you've got the strength of you.
You will call me by my rank, gorilla.
I like the man is weak. I wouldn't have minded keeping there.
Because of how aggressive Aldo is. Yeah.
To establish that you're weak and therefore it implies I'm strong. But yeah, that's like saying going up to a daisy and saying you look like a daisy. Okay, yes, that's exactly what we are. Anybody should have seen that line of dialogue and said, no.
Yeah, that'd be like going, look at that border collie. It has the intelligence of a border collie.
Well, we're okay. So we're formally introduced to General Aldo now. Mm-hmm. We now know who this figure is. We've been riding through. We're also introduced to another gentleman who seems to be some type of authority figure as well.
You're talking about the African American gentleman?
Yeah, that's just kind of there. We don't really get him named yet, but he's somebody that he's not moving these vehicles and lifting stuff up. He's just kind of.
He's got a book with him or a notepad. Yeah,
it looks like a clipboard of some sort, and he's kind of overseeing it. The cruise director.
He's the cruise director.
Now, would he be Julie, which planned your activities when you came on the Love Boat?
Exactly. Hey guys, for today's exercise, after you guys have finished at the bar, we're actually going to come out. We're going to move this wagon.
I just like in this post-apocalyptic future, he's got a turtleneck on under his shirt.
Yes.
You think it's a dickie, or do you think it's actually a turtleneck?
When it's warm in Southern California.
Everybody else is wearing tattered hippie clothes that look, like you're in an environment you haven't bathed in forever. But he's pretty dapper.
So this Jake in the script, there are 4 human males, identical brown homespun tunics, are trying to raise this wagon. They're unshaven and long-haired. A very tall, broad-shouldered young man with long golden hair is starting to lift the wagon. His name is.
That's in the script.
His name is Jake. Yes. Okay. So I don't. But are they trying to make a reference to not Taylor?
Heston.
Wait.
Brent.
Movie.
Brent.
Or is Jake supposed to be Brent in this particular moment?
I'm gonna call you out because you've been clamoring to see Brent run around in his loincloth again, and you're showing that you want it to be Brent.
Well, that's what no. Why would they specifically say a very tall, broad-shouldered young man with long golden hair?
Maybe they wanted to cast that and they never could find it because the guy they cast, he may have blonde hair. It ain't golden.
And his name is Jake.
And it's not long either.
No.
Right. And he's not in the diaper, so I'm a little disappointed.
I call it feathery more than long.
I think he's not in a diaper may be the name of this episode. I like that.
But yeah, no. So we get randomly introduced this gentleman named Jake, right? Mm-hmm. We don't get named to the person with the clipboard.
No.
But we do get Aldo. So I'm assuming at this point Jake is going to be important. Sean, would you think Jake's going to be relevant later on down the line?
Well, I know Jake's not going to be able to lift that wagon. He's not going to be able to do it. The fact that they name check him, they don't give a whole lot of names in these movies to unimportant characters, so it makes me think he's going to show up again at some point. Maybe fighting against Aldo. Although when I heard Aldo at first, I thought they called him Elder, and I was like, why are they mad that he's called him Elder instead of General?
I want to say one thing as we point out the things about it, that are odd and whatnot. This sequence, though, is one of the better sequences of a minute where it gives us information that we can use.
You're establishing stuff, yes.
We get a general who's ridden into camp and is strong and needs to show people his superiority, his strength, and then demand
doesn't like humans, demands their respect by calling a name. There's a lot that happens in this that seems inconsequential, yet it builds character, and we want those kind of things. So there's a great job of at least visually establishing a moment so that the characters can then speak from it. And we don't get a whole lot of that in these films sometimes. It's really nice to see it work out here. I do like the hey, keep my car running trope. Hey, don't put my horse in the pen. I'm not going to be here long.
I do like the when he gets under the wagon, which is where this shot that I have in my screen cap comes from. It's a really nice direct shot of him with a lot of light coming up, and the mask looks great. And I just really appreciate this nice final shot of this gorilla who we're seeing for the first time. And
his expression when he's looking at our African American gentleman is one of "Watch me, I can do this." And he, it's one of those moments where he's allowed to play it out without words, but it says everything.
He's definitely eye-fucking him while he's picking up that cart.
Yes, he is.
Are we competing for episode titles, Sean?
So once we get done with the sequence with the cart, we cut over briefly to what Sean called Ape School, and we hear one mantra tossed out.
Ape shall never kill ape.
So
ape shall never kill ape.
We know that this school, the way that's phrased, ape shall never kill ape, and the fact that they're reciting it is, this isn't just, hey, here's how you read, here's how you add. This is a bit of a biblical type chanting type thing. So this is going to be school where maybe they teach the principles of life and put it around a religious context. Do you think that's fair to assume?
Well, I had some questions about it because I'm wondering what the origin of this credo is, because the last time we saw an ape kill another ape was when Dr. Milo got killed by the unevolved gorilla that was in the other cage when they came back from the future. We haven't seen an ape kill another ape since then, have we?
No, but apparently some transgression has passed that they need to establish the law that says you can't do this.
Or is this something Caesar has picked upon from watching humans kill humans?
Maybe there's that. Yeah,
that's nice. I like that.
I mean, that's what I would assume. But I would assume that we just watch man destroy themselves. So Caesar, being wise ape, is telling, "Hey, we have to be different."
Right.
Although this last couple seconds here is doing the TV/movie trope of when you turn on the television, you turn on the news, you're getting the information that you need right when you turn it on. Hey, I turn on the news and they're telling us a news story about a bank robbery that just happened, and I just did the bank robbery. Well, in this case, he's writing in right when school is doing ape shall never kill ape, which is obviously going to be important at some point. They're establishing this credo over and over as soon as he comes into the school. If he walked into school 5 minutes earlier, would it be ape shall always pick up their poo-poo and not throw it at a person? What would have been, 5 minutes later when he comes in?
Why is it every time we do one of these movies, at some point, Sean has to talk about apes picking up their poo?
Because apes throw shit. That's why. And they're not going to devolve and evolve and go, oh, I'm not going to play with my poo anymore. They're going to weaponize that.
If these movies,
why it's not in the new movies, I don't know.
If these movies ever get to a point where we actually have a poo being tossed about, Sean will literally he will sign off and he'll be done at that point.
You see me going, it's so beautiful.
Well, you almost got a little bit of what you want. You wanted to see the apes actually demonstrate their strength, so maybe at some point you'll get ape poo.
We don't know.
I'll tell you what.